and welcome back. This is Nick Tasteless Plot. We have had some very exciting games here today. Gonzi just now eliminating Quanro. And definitely check those VODs out if you're just now watching this and it's the recording. If it's live, then you know exactly what happened. Very, very entertaining games. Gonzi really proving to be a very strong and up-and-coming player. He is now advanced to the final 16, which is no small feat when you consider there was this tournament started out with 128 players. Not to mention this is the tournament with the largest prize pool, so these gamers are practicing very hard for it. Now, on to our next game, though. Stork against ZergBong. Stork, if you watch the GSI or if you play StarCraft in general, he needs little introduction. He is ranked 3rd in Kespa. He has been ranked, I believe he's even been ranked 1. I know he's been ranked 2nd before. He's very, very good. Phenomenal player. One of these guys that just has build orders that are so good. His openings are so strong. He gets so far ahead of the game. His micro, just impeccable. And then, you know, his macro, well, don't even get me started on that. He is a monster. He is a force to be reckoned with. And I think he's got the respect of any RTS gamer out there, not just StarCraft players. Now, ZergBong, he is definitely the underdog here. ZergBong is a player who, well, he is one of the players that we did give a seed to. He is not ranked in the top 30 on Kespa, but he is certainly a dangerous Zerg to encounter. But will he be able to hold his own against Stork? That's the big question. I'm not too sure. We will find out soon enough, though. The map lineup is going to be Colosseum, Andromeda, and Othello. And, yeah, Colosseum, a pretty interesting map. The matchup will be Protoss versus Zerg. I think we can expect to see fast expanding from both players. So as we can see, both players on different teams. Stork on Khan and ZergBong on KTF Magicians. Now, where did ZergBong's name come from? Well, it's probably not what you thought it was. It's actually because his last name is Bong. Or at least as far as I know, his Bong is in his name. Stork, I guess he likes birds. Oh, and by the way, the next round will be Berserker versus Stats. Now, yeah, I think these two players will actually face each other next in the brackets, so, or the winner of these two games. So it's going to be pretty exciting. Now, I see both players have joined the game now. Looking onto my in-game screen, we will be getting this started fairly soon here. Thank you again to our sponsors at Intel. We really appreciate it. Thank you for showing the love for esports, and thank you everybody who's watching at home. We've been getting hits from over 185 countries now, which is a lot of countries, and we're doing well. We are really enjoying sharing this game with you, and we're also seeing that the recorded VODs, not just the live games, are getting a lot of hits as well, so we appreciate that. Also, check out the GSI if you have not already, as well as some of the other events that GOM TV has hosted. They are all in English. GOMTV.net, the English site, GOMTV.com, the Korean site. Check it out, because we have a lot of very entertaining games down there. And I'm really excited to see how this tournament's going to end. All right, we have started. Here's Stork at the bottom right, ZergBong at the top right. Unfortunately, ZergBong scouting in the wrong direction. It looks like, well, we might not see a proxy yet. This is a map where you can proxy gate, proxy barracks, things of the sort. And here is Stork. A fan brought that in for him. And he does have a lot of fans down here. They filed in right before his game started. I would expect we could possibly see a fast hatchery, and we might, well, we could see fast nexus. Fast nexus, not too bad on this map, but we do see a lot of Protoss players doing other builds, sometimes one-gate builds. There is ZergBong. It says ZergBong fighting. That's what we hear a lot of the fans yell before the match. It actually just means good luck. Like break a leg. It makes about as much sense as break a leg too when you hear it. Stork, he's a very seasoned pro gamer. He's been around for a long time. He's beaten all the big shots, so he's probably feeling pretty comfortable now. He probably knows that he should be able to win this. There's a lot of pressure on ZergBong right now because you know, he's made it this far in the tournament. Although he was seated here, he did manage to eliminate his next opponent. And yeah, the pressure's on him. So we are going to see fast hatchery and fast spawning pool. One gate. Note the positioning of the gateway. It does make for a smaller entrance. That's very intentional. That way he can block off with maybe 2 zealots rather than having to block off with 4. The first zealot's out, and he is going to be heading directly towards ZergBong's base. His mission is going to be to either force his opponent to make more drones, or excuse me, to force his opponent to make more Zerglings, or he's going to attack the drones. ZergBong trying to block that zealot off. And unfortunately, it's not quite working. He's trying to get okay, he slowed him down just a little bit. Seconds count in a moment like this. Now, ZergBong cannot afford to lose probably more than 1 drone. Ideally, he wouldn't want to lose any. And the Zerglings aren't out yet. Can Stork get the drones? And wow, the probe's been taken out, so the rush is going to probably not be that effective. 2 probe hits plus 2 zealot hits equals dead drone. Although, look, he may still be able to get in here, but he's already sent 2 zealots out now. This attack really has to be effective for Stork, or he's going to be massively behind this game. Oh! ZergBong has managed to hold off at least 1 zealot. Stork is continuing to send zealots, and ZergBong is continuing to kill them. And, oh my gosh. And Stork sends the other zealots over to the expansion, but there aren't any drones there. Wow. He is at high risk for losing to a counterattack. Oh, and you can see ZergBong knows that. And he's sending Zerglings down there now. Stork only has 1 zealot and a cannon warping. Oh! That is pretty sick. I think he walls it off with a forge. I don't think the Zerglings can get in there. This is a really impressive build by... Wow. I cannot believe how good Stork is. That is some pretty good spatial reasoning. Okay, so he managed to hold out the Zergling counterattack and now is rushing to get a Corsair. And I do think that the Corsair is going to do pretty well, since he did force his opponent to make a lot of Zerglings. However, he is behind in his zealot count and really did not do any damage with that rush. shot we're getting. That guy needs to fix his sleeve. Oh! Busted. Hydralisk Den out. And the layer's on the way. Pretty typical Zerg build. Stork's going to try to keep that probe alive for as long as possible until the Corsair can get out there. Then he can use the Corsair to scout. Spire on the way as well. Now we do see, okay, pretty typical build here for our Protoss player Stork. He gets the one Corsair out, he's going to use that to scout, then gets Zealots with legs, eventually techs to Templars, and goes for the Robo-Blade. Meanwhile, Zerg actually has a few options. He can go for Speed Hydras, or go for Mutalisks early on, and then switch to Hydralisks, trying to break the front. However, since he expanded, I think it's going to be more of a defensive Lurker, maybe some Scourge build, although either can be effective. No matter what, the Zerg has to get a few Hydralisks out early on because the Corsair otherwise will harass too many Overlords. Yeah, you can see he's harassing this Overlord here. I think he might actually get that Overlord. It really hurts when you lose a few Overlords. It's like, oh wow, he did lose that first Overlord. The Corsair harassment already doing very well. Now if Stork can find the second Overlord, well, the initial one that's scouted, which is at the bottom left, he can do even more damage to the economy of ZergBong. Here comes that Zealot moving up here now. Zealot's moving up here now, excuse me. And it looks like, I don't know if the +1 is on the Zealots or not, but there are a lot coming up here. I don't know if, no, they're not +1, but they certainly are many in number. And, wow, it looks like the drone control is pretty good, but there are just too many Zealots. More and more and more coming on the way. However, he did miss micro back there for a little bit, and that did hurt him. Wow, Stork's control not the best at this moment, but it looks like this Corsair may take out another Overlord. Oh! Mid-air collision. However, Stork did get a few drones back there. It looks like Zerg's now taking the Mutalisks. It will be ZergBong's turn to do a little bit of harassment. Meanwhile, Stork going to move over here with the DT, try to sneak into the back of his opponent's base. And does he have an Overlord there? He does, but this one drone. Oh my gosh. Taking out two drones. Now ZergBong can't actually utilize that expansion right now, or at least he has not been. Look at that excellent control of the Dark Templar. He's also going to use that to stop his opponent from getting that mineral expansion sooner rather than later. We do see +1 is on the way. Observatory about to finish. And I think, looks like he's hiding the Mutalisks for now until he has enough, and then he's going to rush in here. Looks like Stork only has 2 cannons at each expansion. That may not be enough to take out these Mutalisks. However, he does have Psystorm. The Archon's out. Stork, very aggressive this game. He's been aggressive this entire game. Back out now, though, because Lurkers are there. Mutalisks now going to move down. He sees the Archon is outside, or is not in a defensive location, so he can now start harassing. Can Stork hold off the Mutalisk harassment? That is the question. 2 cannons, a third on the way, though. And here come the mutas now. He's going to have to get a really good storm over here. And no, probes instead. Another missed storm. ZergBong in really good shape right now. Now the Archon's over here. As long as he can avoid taking hits from the Archon, which he has not quite done so far. Oh wow, he's going to get a lot of Stork's probes. I mean, a lot. Look at that. The Archon has short range, cannot catch up to the Mutalisks. Dragoons are coming out, but they're just not dealing damage fast enough. And Stork is counter-attacking, taking out the Sunken Colony. He'll have access to the Spire. And +1 is done over there. +1 armor, by the way, for the Mutalisks. Crazy game here. He did force the Mutalisks to come back out by being aggressive and attacking the front. The cannons are rebuilding. They have to finish in time. Stork will probably get some more zealots to balance out his army here in just a little bit. And, oh my gosh. Back and forth action here, but it looks like Stork, if he can recover from the amount of probes lost, can pull through. He just lost so many probes, though, to that Mutalisk harassment. He's going to expand again, though. Anyways, he'll probably stay inside of his base until he has cannons at that expansion. 7 kills on that Dark Templar. I assume some of that was from drones attempting to expand in that location. Here come the mutas now. And it looks like he has about a dozen, maybe 11 in there. Taking out the cannon again. Stork is nowhere. Well, his army is nowhere to be found. Instead, it's outside over here. Now taking out more and more probes. Stork is going to go for the counterattack. This counterattack has to work right now. The Mutalisks kind of bumping into each other. And it looks like he will manage to get this location where the Zerg's expansion is. And you can see he's saving that Templar. Oh my god! He's going to lose this Archon! The Mutalisks have free reign over Stork's base. Stork trying to take out this expansion over here. It looks like he will, in fact, manage to do just that. Taking out Overlords. A lot of them, almost all, I believe, of ZergBong's Overlords have been taken out. Oh, Scourge mission has failed. And he looks like Stork's doing the right thing, though. He's still pumping Dragoons, hoping that he can slowly take out these Mutalisks. Meanwhile, it looks like he'll have access to his opponent's tech tree, and now he's going to go into the main. He may storm that. Yes, he will. Now, he does have access to the main. This game is out of control. I think Stork, if he can get to where the lair is, he might actually make a comeback and win this, but Hydralisks, morphing Sunken Colonies, and Lurkers are trying to stop these Dragoons. The Mutalisks carry on in destroying workers. Oh, he is going to break the entrance. Here it is now. And it looks like he might, if he has the energy, storm these drones. Unbelievable. You can see both players in terrible condition right now. And ZergBong doing what he can to continue to pick off probes. And Stork only having one expansion that he can mine from. And the same is true for ZergBong, but ZergBong has had its tech tree destroyed. Fortunately for Stork, he still has most of his main tech buildings. I do see some more drones are mining from that location. Although, you know what? ZergBong may be dead completely because I think he actually used the drones at his expansion, the one that has not really been touched yet, to try to block off that entrance because we don't see anything down there. Good game! ZergBong loses, Stork wins in what was a very, very close game. Very exciting. Well played by Stork. So we're going to see the next game very soon. Wow. Stork just had a brilliant build order there. I am very impressed. A lot of harassment, which was followed up by a nice forge block, which deflected any further rushing. Then he does this nice Corsair tech. Does some good harassment with the DTs, gets the Zealots out. ZergBong was certainly not playing poorly, but he just did not quite have enough sunken colonies to hold off a counterattack. Had he gotten maybe 1 to 2 more sunken colonies, excuse me, at the right moment, this game may have turned out in favor for ZergBong, but it didn't quite happen. Still, though, impressive. And you notice there were many moments where Stork